art is shaped by the realities in which it exists, and it shapes the reality in which it exists.
Some of them ask me where me get it from. Some of them ask me where me get it from. I told them no, it's from creation. I told them no, it's from creation. Bam bam, hey what a bam bam.
Dancehall has always been more than music. It reflects the Jamaican reality in all its raw forms: culture, survival, principle. But as the genre lives and breathes in Jamaica, it has begun a metamorphosis, and its new name is Traphall. As the genre evolves, so does the reality it represents.
Dancehall is really a product of the Jamaican sound system culture. You see, the sound system and the dancehall space in which it functions have been instrumental in the shaping of the genre that we call dancehall. Now, Norman Stolzoff, in his book, Wake the Town and Tell the People, he tells of the distinction between dancehall, the social space, and dancehall, the music genre, something which came into being in the 1970s. Now, dancehall, the social space, it predates much of what we're talking about in modern Jamaican music. In fact, Stolzoff traces dancehall, the social space, to the period of slavery. In other words, that's the space in which the marginalized people entertain themselves. Many people credit artist Sugar Minott with the creation, for want of a better word, of dancehall, because his mode of presentation was distinct from what obtained before. And how was his mode of delivery different? Well, for one, there was a relationship between the rhythmic structure of the music and the vocalization. And what was happening is that instead of having a distinct melody from the rhythm and the melody collapsed into one. And therefore, what you had was a distinct music form where we started Jamaican music. Those songs were not made first for sale. They were made in order to create a distinction and a differentiation in the dance hall.
So me analyze them like Clyde Mckenzie, and this is a true that's them senses.
From its beginnings, dancehall belonged to the people. Artist expression has sparked conversation about violence, scamming, spirituality, and sexuality. With many moral debates surrounding the genre and its messaging over the years, Traphall is no different.
Jamaican music at one time was considered very rebellious, very revolutionary. It was supportive of liberation movements across the world, the music of Marley and Tosh and Cliff. In the late 90s, early 2000, there was a backlash against our music because it was seen to be very reactionary. There was the feeling that the dancehall artists were not progressive in their posture. The whole question of homosexuality.
My music is a friend to some people and a foe to others. But that is totally acceptable to me based on the mere fact that dancehall itself has always been social commentary reflecting the duplicitous foundation of the Jamaican experience.
Cartel's position about dancehall is one in which he understands the impact of dancehall, perhaps he wants to resile from some of the responsibilities of the utterances of dancehall acts, to be honest, in the sense that he has always claimed that it is the responsibility of parents to raise their children, and they should not be looking at dancehall acts and blaming them for whatever outcomes. There is a cathartic function in art, and by venting, you're able to clear yourself of those unwanted thoughts. The problem with that is that in many instances, while you're purging yourself, you might be damaging other people. It's that you're retching and people are contending with what you have brought up out of your system.
When did dance become fashionable?
Being a dunce is just that, allow yourself to learn something new every day, every minute, every second, whichever time you can. You want put some learning thing in the song to where when somebody hear the thing dance and then him go listen to the song, he must say, Jano, he not really does, you know what I mean?
Remember, me never know a verb from noun. Big done said pan school compound. Bleach out white, now we done some brown.
Two perceptions of dancehall contend in the public mind: cultural expression versus a social problem. Dancehall serves as a large part of youth identity, with artists shaping expression through their own branding over the years.
In today's dancehall landscape, I define an artist being authentic by having your own style, having your own flow, dressing. Also, the ability to be versatile. Right now, it's a lot of scamming songs, etc. It's the whole space of dancehall. But I look for it's a perfect blend of older generation influences and new gen. The influences I see, for instance, Asian and skipper, definitely Tommy Lee. New gen dancehall is heavily Tommy Lee influenced. Even if you don't sound like him, your subject matter. They're talking about darkness. Asian have the rough voice thing going on. Tommy Lee used to do that. Skipper talk about nighttime and darkness. Tommy Lee does that. So new gen dancehall is really and truly just Tommy Lee, and it's good. I believe it's doing well for the genre. Of course, they are more expressive, more experimental. I believe we're in an amazing state. The way I feel like Rhythm is doing great. Big up DJ Back and Crash Dummy. We're getting Shenzia and Vibes Cartel collabs where visuals are great. Huge shouts out to Shane Creative. And I believe this is putting us on that global space again. The same run we had in 20 years ago with Elephant Man. I believe we're getting that again, but more so, it's more redefined. Masika just dropped a song, Alkaline just dropped an album. A lot of younger artists are getting the opportunity to do stage shows, voice, etc. You have to be able to tell a story. If you look at artists like Craft, if you look at Craft's Instagram, you can see his aesthetic. So that's very important, as I said before, putting yourself out there, having your own brand. That's the most important thing in marketing for dancehall right now.
The dancehall is a laboratory. And what happens is that social norms are tested there. So even how you attire, your mode of speaking, the acceptance or the negation of sexual practices, all of these things are tested in that space.
Traphall serves as a space for creating unique identities. Furthermore, it contextualizes the current Jamaican identity through socio-political discussions both within and surrounding the music, whether intentional or not.
Yes, a dancer reflect the youth's realities, as in how the youth relate to the music, how it affect them. Just, I say affect them lingo, them how them pre some my time them. Like I feel like a force. When them force now, bro.
I'm a friend. Anything with him is scared to whip me understand. Skull up all to me, she no 1% again. Force like a rabbit.
You the ambitious and I go feed. You see me? Younger and younger man, they might jump out. Like I love some young artists like Bandit 17, Brandy. You see me? Young producers, Deagle them. Like there's no, so my song we hear, I like some little boy, I mix them, I push them out. Yeah, bro, some young youth. So yeah, man, so definitely, dancehall definitely had changed how people interact with whatever they do or what they believe now. So man must say force is the main thing they want them to go for.
Trap dancehall is definitely motivation. Most Traphall beats are very, upbeat, etc. It's more so pumping you, like making you feel energized. And of course, the money, $1 million daily, you can't help but feel motivated. So it is motivational music. However, the content and the entire thing surrounding it, the activity, of course, I believe it contributes.
In a society shaped by limited opportunity, Traphall continues to reflect alternative pathways to survival and perspectives on life. Through digital platforms and global audiences, the genre has expanded beyond Jamaica, reaching new listeners and new markets. This shift has not only changed who consumes dancehall, but also how it is produced, promoted, and sustained.
Me think define dancehall new era. The sound is the up-tempo vibes, the new push of sampling is Matt bring back a little juggling style, and it's all just coming together and giving you a new wave, is and they have man on top of it like Asian, Skipper, is they have all giant them same way, Cartel, Massacre, Alka, Popcorn, is man running this place said
Dancehall acts were getting the attention of the international marketplace. But what was happening was that you would find the American labels that had signed dancehall acts. They wanted to shape them in a particular way to suit what they consider to be the market conditions there.
Virality, I would say it's very important, especially we are literally in the internet age, so it's something we can't escape. However, in terms of it, I would say it doesn't really reflect talent. I believe in the initial stages of dancehall, artists were more hungry, push them in, more competitive. The market is very accessible now, which is good, but with TikTok, a freestyle can just go viral. You can just put up a post and say, yo, the artist about.
What inspired my focus on creatives was our time now, you see me? It's a content era, if you can put it so. So yeah, really people them behind those content, we don't want to document, you see me? Because they come like some architect and they build a new wave. But the artists them don't necessarily know how to promote or market their music, is me. They say that's reason why I think the platform needed. So they need more platform where affordable and more accessible and more kind of tuned to and cater towards them. Kind of
So you have to platforms that so.
Okay.
We're not indie.
My bad.
You can continue.
Yeah, direction.
I remember me that said.
No remember neither. I don't access ask over a question. So platforms like FIWICAMPUS.
Yeah.
Some.
So what do you think platforms like FIWICAMPUS are necessary in today's dancehall landscape?
Why I think platforms like FIWICAMPUS are necessary? I think they're necessary because it's an exposure point for upcoming creatives, isn't it? So for like artists, especially that when they're releasing the songs, they're not necessarily promoting them, they kind of just move on to the next thing. So it's cool if you have a platform where kind of would do that for you and affordable and accessible and it everybody are tuning to.
Dancehall continues to evolve, shaped by Jamaican realities and redefining expression. In this moment, Traphall stands as a reflection of that shift, capturing how a new generation is reshaping the sound, the message, and the meaning of the culture.